Nice.
Amazing.
Nice.
Is this working on Blockchain Sensei YouTube? One second. I just need to make sure this is all working. Sorry guys, I need to check on my phone. 'Cause I have no technical support today. It's kind of annoying, but it's cool. Right, my internet's not working. The matrix is attacking. What? Where's the YouTube? Yeah, can you check that that's working? Just gonna make sure this is working, and then we'll let BitBlonde kick it off. Yeah, can you check that that's working? All right, okay, it's working. All right, amazing. BitBlonde, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? It's been a crazy week, right?
It's been a crazy week. I feel like a whole month has gone by since we last,
Yeah.
technically speaking, 1 week ago.
I think we approaching the crazy month, right? People just get crazy at the end of the year for nothing, like every year. So I can start.
Do you remember where we were only 1 year ago? We was at the bottom, man.
Yeah.
We was at the bottom. Solana was $7. Solana did 8x. Should have just put everything in Solana, man. Oh, fuck diversification. Had I known Solana was going to do all these things, I would just put it on Solana. Anyway, don't live in regret. That's not telling anyone to put all their money in Solana, by the way. This is
Yeah,
obviously price action from November 2022.
don't make people go crazy.
Yeah. Wait for the soul pullback. I'm gonna wait till Solana's at least $40 before buying any.
Yeah, well, let's have a look soon on Solana.
It's a hot topic. It's a hot topic.
Oh no, Bitstamp. There's no Bitstamp here, so it's fine. I use Binance. Oh no. Well, it started to pump. That was the previous. I think we did this together on the live. That was like the previous prediction. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like 3 at the bottom, so it's pumping now. It could possibly, retrace and go to 120 or further. Let's see. That's the like previous high. Okay, so let's see how Solana would perform. But going back to Bitcoin, not much happened really in Bitcoin. It's been crazy. I mean, the noise, right? The news, busy and everything. But Bitcoin, it's actually holding and doing a bull flag. So I just measured yesterday. So the new target price is actually double up to 46,000 USDT. So if we measure the previous pump to the upside,
Wow.
I know it's
So
crazy.
you're very bullish right now.
Yeah. I mean, even that we look oversold on the other side, I think we could potentially hit this target price. Like if you really look into it, this week was crazy. A lot of manipulation, a lot of crazy news, but Bitcoin it's pretty much at the same place. Nothing has happened. But I think we're not gonna see any pump today. Anyways, I think all pumps might come, tomorrow or Tuesday. So yeah, I'm very bullish for the next weeks, I would say. And 45 would be more realistic, but let's see if we can hit 46 on a daily is looking very, very good. Ethereum has more, it's pretty much the same, right? So that's the position I entered from our previous videos also. And it's still playing out to 2,500, 2,400, 2,400 actually. But it's more of a patient, really, waiting time. And yeah, Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's holding up. some way, somehow. So I don't think it's time to sell yet.
No, 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 no. Look at this. The yellow has crossed over
I know.
on the RSI. That's a bearish signal, you know.
Yeah, but it couldn't, like, when I say like isn't time to sell, I'm talking about, you know, let's say on a week or something. That's the daily one. Let's go to the 4 hourly
Mm.
one. So that's the 4 hour. So it might come to the blue line, retest and go up, or even the blue line, the 200 EMA might go up to 2000. So it could just be a correction. So as Bitcoin is holding, I don't expect anything else to go down, but of course, it's a possibility. If not, you have to take profit. But if we keep holding like this, even with crazy, crazy news, such as CZ leaving Binance and stuff, Bitcoin's still pretty much at the same place. But it's a lot of manipulation on the small time frame. But if you look to the daily, it is crossing bearish, but on my view, it's a bull flag for sure.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Um,
yeah.
I like the optimism. I don't Me personally, I don't think Bitcoin's going to 46K. I do believe we're gonna touch 40,500 though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
I got a
possibility,
leveraged.
right?
I'm gonna have
I
a leverage
think
long.
if you entered this position here around 28 something, so we already in profits, and let's see, really. I think that's something that we're just going to realize between tomorrow and the following day. If not, you can make a short, and that would be the opposite. Okay. So if we break down, you could short to 28 something, I would say.
That
But
would be lovely.
it's holding. It is holding. Like
Yeah.
it's very, it gets you to sell, because personally, like if you look to the other side, I want to make a sell. I want to make a short. But if you're looking to the full week, it is holding, and it's very, uncertainty at the moment. So let's see if we don't break out. You can make a short to 28,000, and that would be a very, very nice correction.
Yeah, I do. In case I'm wrong about Bitcoin soaring, I do still hold a bit of Bitcoin in case it to bring my average price up. Yeah, because my average sell price is 34,900. So as long as I buy back in under 34,900, I've increased my Bitcoin. But yeah, I've sold most of my Bitcoin. I've sold most of it. I have like 20% left. I'm waiting for the pullback to buy back in. So if it goes to 46K, I sold way too early. But I'm still confident that we're gonna see 30K Bitcoin again at some point.
Well,
Might
yeah,
even take
of
3 months,
course.
but I want to keep saying it. It might take 3 months, but I want to keep saying it.
Yeah, I mean, we go up and down, on a small time frame, and you can buy and sell and do different things. But like, I'm even surprised. I wasn't that bullish, really. But yesterday, I made a video also, and I realized the blue flag. I was like, what? Even with that crazy thing with CZ, I really thought,
Mm.
by all optimism, I really thought that we were going to go low. I was like, that's it. We're not going to go up. But,
Did you have any money in Binance or not?
no, I don't use Binance. It's nothing wrong. Like, I've tried a couple of times, but like there are other exchanges I partner with. But, you
Mm.
know, it's like I don't even have an opinion on the story, because you don't know what is true or what. I just hope that we're not going to have any crazy thing in crypto anymore, because we trying to leave the bear market. Okay, so if something else collapse, I don't know what we're gonna do. So yeah, I don't know that story with CZ. It's crazy.
Let's have a look at BNB coin.
Okay. Do you hold BNB?
I've no yeah, I have some BNB, but it's a trade against Ethereum. So it was like the 21st of August. I converted some Ethereum into BNB, but I'm down 10%. But I'm gonna hold that in hope that the narrative of BNB shoots back up. Because yeah, because I like to pay attention to charts against Ethereum and then sometimes convert Ethereum into alt. So yeah, the only BNB I hold is because it's trading against Ethereum. But yeah, that definitely took a dip.
Well, it's not looking that health at the moment. It's pretty much on a bearish trend. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm not a BNB holder. I would trade if I had the opportunity, if I see a great spot. But I don't like personally, I don't hold BNB. I just don't use Binance in general. But it's nothing wrong with them. Maybe I just don't, I'm not
I,
used
I,
to.
I can't lie. The bull run, I was living on Pancake Swap, and meme coins. Convert BNB into meme coins, cash out more BNB. That was my life. That was a bit of my life in summer 2021. 72x on Safe Moon. You know the vibes.
Yeah, well, if it's pretty easy on a bull run though to make money.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I
of course. Yeah, yeah, of course.
It's pretty easy. Everything is up. So you can spot some altcoins and make some longs. But yeah, I think overall, it's, by the way, it's like holiday here on the States. So I don't see any movement at the moment. Just waiting really for tomorrow and Tuesday.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving. So there's not much going on here.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Any other market commentaries, bit blonde?
No, that's it really.
You've not been on crypto bubbles, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a look. Let's go to the week. This is a new listing on Filmex, by the way.
Okay, tier. All right then. We'll have to study it.
Yeah,
Okay, less than a billion market cap. All right, let's have a look. 25% drawdown. We like that. Tier.
yeah. So let's have a look on it. Like, I wanted to trade also today, but I think it's not much movement. But of course, if we can spot a good altcoin, oh, you don't even have, has no story actually. It's very new. I don't even know what that thing is. But on the other side is looking into the bite signal. 1 hour. Okay. Because
That's a buy signal.
if we go
That's
back,
a buy
like
signal.
it's not even, it's no data on it. So
When
yeah,
did it start pumping? From what day? Go to no,
uh,
not there, not there. There.
one.
Down. Yeah, there. 10th of November. Okay,
Yeah,
that's just have yeah, 2
pretty
weeks.
new. I think this one could do well. So yeah,
Could look into swinging that dip. Might make a trade on it. If I make a trade on it, I'll tweet it.
okay. Yeah, it's nothing actually. It's a good one to keep an
I
eye on.
do see four lower lows though, so it's a dangerous one to put money in,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing with all.
whatever direction.
They're very good, but in the same time, you need to be careful, guys. Really, this is crazy. Go like 12x leverage on an altcoin. It's absolutely crazy. Not financial advice. Okay, I'm crazy. So We were talking about Castor or Caspar, something like that.
Oh, we were talking about it last week. I forgot.
Caspar or Castor?
Casper, Kaspa.
Yeah, yeah, I don't see it. So yeah, that would be a great buy. Uh,
Potentially,
potentially,
because it can go lower.
not yet, guys, not yet. So Polygon is a little bit down. Yeah, I mean, you can spot something, but a lot of them are pumping already. What do you think about FTT token, by the way? Do you hold any?
No.
Me either. It's crazy, right?
Up again because apparently it might be up again. FTX might go up, obviously without that.
I've
That's
never owned FTX token.
me either. Like, how come you even allow these people to come back, right? I don't understand. I just don't understand the market sometimes.
Yeah, often it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. It's weekend, not much happening today, but we're holding well, actually, you know.
No, I agree. I agree. All right then. Let me see what I'm thinking of the charts today. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. Um, let's go to the market cap first. Let's just get the market. Fear and greed has remained has swung between like 72 and 78. We've never really got to like the 90s though, or the 80s. We've never hit a 80 on the fear and greed in recent times. Did we ever hit 80? No, we hit 78. Um, all right. So where was we 1 year ago today? 1 year ago today in what's that one? 2000 and wait, how does it go back 1 year? Kind of annoying. Oh, so let me go back to the start of the year. Okay. All right then. Okay. So market cap we're on 1.42 trillion. That's nearly half of the peak market cap, which is 3 trillion. I do feel like the market is very euphoric right now. Um, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yes, my RB trade is up. That's good. Okay, let's go on my watch list. Go on my watch list. I wanna re-bring to everyone's attention that the SIXRE is at the same price as summer 2020, which is a bearish signal for global economies. And look, how many lower lows we had? One, two, three, four, five, six lower lows since January 2022, which is the peak of real estate holdings in the S&P 500. This is a global bearish signal, so I would be careful because historically speaking, compared to the stock market, and it's not like the VT is getting any sorry, the SIXRE is getting any more, like it's not turning around. Like it's a very interesting time because a lot of things that move together in recent times, including like the stock market and crypto, things are decoupling. But yeah, just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I still think the stock market is overvalued. But then again, markets are irrational, and I guess the world's just built on debt. So stock market's up. We've been rallying up since Halloween times. Crypto's been moving since I think the 22nd of October because I paid my hex trade on the 15th of October. That's when I did my 3x on Ethereum against hex. So it makes sense. S&P 500 also started pumping from just before Halloween times. I do believe we've hit a resistance. Well, we're gonna hit a resistance on the S&P 500 at 4605 potentially. This was a resistance in February 2022, and also resistance in March 2022, and also resistance in recent times in July 2023. So, if or when the S&P 500 goes to 4605 levels, similarly on the VT, if or when the VT gets to 100, I would I would see I'd pay attention to things potentially drawing down. DXY, the strength of the dollar. The dollar's been declining since it hit the 107 resistance. Since what would you have it? The 2nd of November / Halloween times. So let me get this straight. The dollar hit the 107 resistance where it was on the 3rd of October ish. And it hit it around Halloween times. During the same time, the S&P 500 bottomed out on Halloween. See, look, all markets are tied together, man. See this? Literally, the dollar hit 107 around Halloween times, started declining. Obviously, macro, dollar goes down, stock market goes up. What a classic play. S&P 500 goes up, right? S&P 500 goes up by 10%. The dollar drops down in strength by 3.8%. Yeah. What happens in this day in S&P 500 around the 4th? What happened on that day? The 4th, the 4th, the 4th. Ah, look, another correlation. Isn't this funny? Right, look at this correlation, right? So, oh my God, I love macroeconomics. Things make so much sense. Look, DXY hit the resistance on the 3rd of October, the 107 resistance. On the 3rd of October, what happened to the S&P 500? On the 3rd of October, we hit this bottom here. The RSI was super low on the daily. And what did we do? We bounced up. We bounced up by 4%. We hit this resistance, 4389, on what, around the middle of October, 17th of October. What did the DXY do during that time? We drew down this mid-October. October. Yeah, we did a double bottom here. S&P 500. So the dollar got stronger. Dollar got stronger. Stock market pulled back, and then we hit the resistance here, and then we hit the support here on the S&P 500 on the same day that the DXY hit the resistance. Yeah, yeah. I love it when the fundamentals match up with the technicals. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cool. Should be a paid lesson. That might have went over some of you guys' heads. Might have to rewind that one. Right, Dow Jones. Oh my God, we hit resistance. This is why I'm bearish. Right, Dow Jones and Bitcoin. These guys are friends. Huh? Okay. Bitcoin. Aha. So we're at an interesting price point right now where it can be support or resistance. If we go up in Bitcoin, let me say this. I don't believe we're going to 46K, 45K. But if we do, we're coming crashing hard. Look at this like we've literally hit this Dow Jones resistance, and this is not, unlike Bitcoin, this is not support and resistance. This is just resistance in the Dow Jones. We're just overvalued. Where are we at with gold? The safe haven. When did this gold spike happen? 9th of October. 9th of October. Bitcoin bottomed out. BTC bottomed out on. So, where's my Bitcoin? No Bitcoin. And BTC. Let's find out what happened on these days. Okay, so this was 5th of October. Come on, I gotta have a Bitcoin. 5th of October. Um, fast. Let's just move over to CoinMarketCap for a second. I literally say this in every episode, but yeah, this is not my main trading view, unfortunately, because of the way StreamYard's set up. What happened on the 5th of October? What happened on the 5th of October? 5th of October. Uh, mm, Becomes a little bit bearish. Okay. Just trying to find the correlation between Bitcoin and gold. I'll get back to you guys. Let's have a look at some macro right now. Where is gold? We're holding that $2,000 per ounce quite well. Mm. Let's compare something. Let's compare something. Let's take this gold and compare it to DXY. So gold hit a good low. I mean, you could have made 10% on gold if you bought gold on like the start of October. You could have made 11% on a $13 trillion asset, which is insane. But where were we on the 9th of October in the DXY? 9th of October. I just want to see how coupled markets are right now. 9th of October. Ah, of course you're at the resistance. Damn! I love macro. Oh my God. Ha ha! I spotted you. So on the, let's find that date. 9th of October. Okay, we weren't at the resistance, but we were coming down. Aha. That makes sense. Yes, this makes sense. Dollar goes down, gold goes up. Not in the short term, but at least in the macro. But on the 9th of October, yeah, we've gone through 3 red days. So it was on the 4th red day. And that is when gold hit its recent low. Sorry. Gold hit its low on the third, fourth, and fifth. Third, fourth, and fifth. And that's when, oh my God, does this all just come together? Third, fourth, and fifth, third, fourth, and fifth, third, fourth, and fifth, third, fourth, and fifth. Where was the third, fourth, and fifth in the DXY? Oh, holy shit. The 3rd of October, sorry for the profanity, the 3rd of October is when DXY hit the resistance, and the 3rd of October was the perfect time to buy gold. Oh, revelations! Guys, let me start sharing my screen for a second. Let me go back here. Are we on Zoom? Are we on Zoom? No. Wait. 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 Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I want to say something here. And this is what makes me a really great trader. Because for me, in fact, let me ask you a bit blunt. There's no right or wrong answer for this. What defines a great investor and trader for you? What do you define as a great investor and trader? Because I do consider myself a great trader and investor. But what would you define as a great trader and investor?
Well, you need to have risk management, and you need to be patient also. Okay. And of course, you have to spot good opportunities, and they happen pretty much all the time. But you need to be
Yes.
patient. Yeah, the dog wants to get inside.
Huh?
No, can you hear me right? I say the dog, it's she wants to come in. That's why it's a little bit noisy
Oh,
here.
the dog. I thought you meant like a dog wanted to go, like somebody called dog wanted to come into our Zoom. You
No,
actually meant your
guys,
actual
no.
dog.
Yeah, it's an actual dog. But anyways, I think to be a good trader, you don't have to compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to other traders. You hear these stories like someone got multi-millionaire in 4 years, 3 years, whatever, 1 year of trading crypto. But every person has a different start and they have a different story. Okay. And once you
Mhm.
understand risk management, because you do fail a lot. I lost a lot, a lot. For me, it was a lot. So
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah. Same.
understood that I had to be patient, and it was my fault because I was greedy. I wanted to have it tomorrow, and that's it. You have to be patient.
100%. So no, they're spot on answer. So I'm going to expand on the first one, risk management, right? Guys, trading and investing, people think it's about growing your capital. The number one job of trading and investing is to protect your capital. Okay? Capital preservation. So that means that when you take a trade, you're not using too much of your money because you need a backup plan if the trade doesn't go your way. Either my way, which is in spot trading, right? Like my way of stop loss is averaging down, putting more money in, but that's because I only put a small amounts in, right? Small amounts of a capital because when the asset crashes, it sounds crazy to buy more, but you bring your average price down. So, for example, if you buy at $10, if you buy $100 at $10 a coin, and then you buy $100 at $5 a coin, the average price is in the middle, $7.50, right? So that's one of my strategies. So yeah, don't lose money. A lot of people lose money, but for me, answering my own question, right? Just to get to this point of wisdom, and then I'm going to get on to Jay. A great trader and investor is somebody who can provide results consistently for extended periods of time. Not people who say, I made lots of money in crypto and now I don't make money anymore, right? I actually want to try to get to a point in my trading where it actually doesn't matter about the state of the market. I'm actually trying to be stoic, whether the market is in bear, bull, or consolidation, because the greatest traders actually make money in all markets. Like they're like the silent ones. Like don't get me wrong, like I do love buying low and selling high, but I'm yeah, I'm gonna hopefully study some options and stuff and expand because I've been decentralized finance trading a lot recently. I gave you guys basically a macro lesson there. Always watch out for the DXY, the dollar, right? Because when that dollar hits resistances and starts crashing down, that's a bullish indicator for assets to go up. I literally showed you that on the 3rd of October, the dollar hit the resistance, and on the 3rd of October, gold hit a really good buy. Like the recent gold low was on the exact same day that the dollar was on the resistance. Now it's not always on the exact same day, but yeah, basic fundamentals. It's a bit iffy, but dollar goes up, assets go down. Dollar goes down, assets go up. That's the macro. Over to Jay. Jay's gonna come in soon.
Okay, cool. What? Should I come in the room? I could just.
Yeah, just come in the Zoom. Come in the Zoom.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah. Do you pay attention to DXY? BitBlonde?
Yeah, sometimes, but you say, don't lose money. It's funny to say, Ninja, but I think every person who starts, they are going to lose. I'm so sorry to tell you guys. You are going to lose for some time until you understand that you need to be patient. Okay. So, unfortunately, you aren't going to lose, especially if you're starting like tomorrow and you have no experience. But eventually, you will spot a couple of positions. They do repeat themselves all and over again. So you can always make money and you can always stop loss. That's why you have to, have risk management. But of course, you are going to lose. I'm not going to lie, you are. I did myself a lot at the beginning.
Yeah. No, I like the honesty. You have to tell people, you know what? In my opinion, is that if you're not willing to lose, you don't deserve
To win.
to gain the skill of being able to trade the markets.
Yeah.
Because once you get good at this skill,
You don't even need money once you get good on it, because you always tracked. So it's different. But of course, I feel like the greatest traders are the people that never quit. Like every single loss, they go there, they study why they lost, you know. So eventually it's a win.
yeah. Okay, what have you got from that day?
Let's find out. Yeah, so obviously lots going on at the moment. I've been sort of taking a bit more precautions, obviously calculated precautions, still, yeah, in trades, but now, careful. Now, yeah, I'm not really looking to hold trades for that long. I'm just ideally getting quick scalps that look really good. And even then, I only risk a very small allocation of my capital. So a few things that have been on my list. I'm just going to share my screen here. Oh, it says it's been disabled still. Can you enable me to share my screen?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin's obviously doing its thing. I'm going to share my screen now. Let's go to... Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen. Obviously, this is how I've marked up my chart. Yeah, I do think where it is now is quite a potent resistance, just because on the pivot indicator, we've also got a clear resistance there. So on the first resistance is on the longer time frame. Yeah, as you can see, big ups to Cairo for helping to calibrate, well, to firstly allowing us in the team to understand this indicator. It actually has quite a good track record. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it basically takes in, I'm going to assume, right, is an assumption that it takes into account price action, obviously where price has pivoted, hence the name of the indicator, pivot. And it actually has been pretty good with regards to sufficient backtesting. So yeah, obviously this is at resistance right now. We can see we've only got wicks that are coming up above 38k, especially on longer time frames. Obviously, if we go down into shorter time frames, you can see that there has been a bit of a poke into the 38k region. But I think if it's gonna go anywhere, firstly, it'll probably go the next big resistance would be 40k is what I'm gonna say, just because of the whole number theory when it comes to trading and investing. Obviously, people have psychological they psychologically anchor themselves to certain price points, particularly whole number of price points. So yeah, 10k, 20k, 30k, 40k, all these kind of levels, they tend to be reliable sources of support and resistance. Yeah, I highly doubt it will go anywhere past like 42k, like let's say within the next couple months. So I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a violent drawdown quite soon. Bitcoin is, of course, known to draw down quite rapidly. As you can see some massive sell-offs taking place around August. Even there was a massive sell-off in just a couple of days, then less than a week for sure. It was about 15% down. That was quite a big drawdown. And even here, if we remember, like November last year, basically around this kind of time last year, another big drawdown in about a week or so, 30% drawdown. So I would just say, yeah, be mindful that now we've had this pump, retracements typically follow. So you want to make sure that you are bearish when others are bullish, and yeah, vice versa. And when I say others, I mean typically the majority, because of course the majority do have a tendency to get wrecked. So these are 3 cryptos I actually entered within the last couple hours. We're going to move on to. These are all available on Coinbase. First one is called Blur. Right now, I'm just putting in small allocations into these projects, of course. So yeah, why did I invest into Blur? Well, I saw something very interesting. So on the 4-hour chart, firstly, it's respected this pivot line of 0.534. And this 0.534 is also exactly halfway between the 618 and 702 retracement. Right now, this I've found is a very common occurrence where price pumps and then it retraces and it wicks exactly halfway between the 618 and the 702 Fibonacci retracements. This is often an excellent, becoming almost textbook sniper entry, specifically with regards to crypto. Crypto, for some reason, I've noticed it tend to, especially altcoins, between right halfway, right between the 618 and 702, it tends to be a pivot there. So obviously we can see this was a resistance as well. Thanks to our pivot indicator. So a support. Well, it was originally a resistance, as you can see from back here. Yeah, around here, if I move these numbers off the screen, you can see that level was, of course, a resistance for a while. We can see some wicks coming up here on the 23rd of November, you know, a couple times. So yeah, this looks like it's going to start acting as resistance. Could potentially, you know, this is what I've done. I took this trade within an hour ago. So I'm going to go back to the hourly chart. And let's say I got it here in the upper bound of this last hour. Like I can write that up. You know, I'm not greedy, so I'm happy with like 5%. So I can just take this, ride this up 5%, and then cash out at 5%. Right. If we go into even smaller time frames, what I always like to do is make sure I've got at least a little bit of confirmation on these smaller time frames, and the pivot indicator thankfully works on smaller time frames as well. So I was thinking to myself, okay, cool, let's say I'm getting in around here. Now this S stands for support and the P stands for pivot. So these lines you can see, they're typically reliable supports and resistance. So for example, even here, what I would do, I can see, okay, cool, there was some resistance up here, right? So I would box this out using that pivot indicator like this. So this would be a potential sell zone if I was really bullish on this, right? And how much percentage would that be? Obviously, that would be what, like over 10%, which can reasonably be made within like the next 48 to 36 hours, if that. So yeah, I figured, okay, I'm not going to put a lot of capital into this, just going to see what it does. I think it can reach 5% because obviously that's even lower than the next pivot point. So the P stands for pivot, yeah, which I guess could be seen as a potential entry, right? And then depending on the trend, of course, and then the R would be the resistance, so where you take profits, and then the S would be where you potentially begin averaging down, of course. The next coin I looked into was this one, SNX. Why did I look into this? All right, let's look at it. Obviously, it's in quite a nice pump. It's been trending upwards for quite a while, for since yeah, like October, since mid-October. So it's been a little while. Hit this support here. Yeah, first time around August, but obviously this was support before then. So I thought, okay, cool. So this is hit a support and it's actually doing its thing. It's obviously not at new highs, right? So okay, cool. It's already been further above this price before. So let's see what we can get out of this. So if we dive in a bit deeper, I noticed that once again this was what, literally wicking on the 618 zone. If I stretch this out, you'll be able to see, you know what I mean? This is literally wicking on the 618 zone. So the 618 zone, as you can see, is here. This is just wicked on it. Boom. Okay, I'm seeing if I can get a little 5%. Is 5% below the first resistance according to the pivot point? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So I might take off majority of my position after 5%. Let's say it gets 5%, it might take off 80% of my position, lock in some profits, and then just let the rest of it run till the next pivot point where I cash out my entire position. So moving on, we've also got Mina, another interesting coin. Okay, cool. Let's look at this on the biggest time frames on the weekly. And the weekly is looking pretty good with regards to basic support and resistance, because now it's broke through this resistance that it first touched on the 9th of November. Right, it's broke through that recently, and now it's coming to retest. So price has a tendency to go, and let's say it breaks a support level, and instead of going to, it doesn't just go up, of course. Instead of going to the next one, it will find some resistance, right? It will come and retest what was once resistance as support, and then it will go back, potentially reach this, potentially go back halfway, then potentially go back up again, you know. So price has a tendency of making moves like this. So this is potentially what I think is going to happen. I'm going to ride this first up wave, like this one here, just for a little bit. I just want to get my 5% and I'm out. I try not to be greedy. Let's see, can I get my 5% before I hit the first pivot point on 4 hour? Let's take a look. This was my thinking before I entered the trade, right? That's why I'm asking these questions. Okay, cool, nice. So if I cash out at the next pivot point, it's what, 6.84. That's pretty good, more than 5%. I don't need to be greedy. I can cash it all out at 5%. It's not really worth risking part of my position just for an extra percent. Okay, cool. So this is why I chose these 3 cryptocurrencies to invest in, or to technically trade, swing trade within, I just did that, within the last 3 hours. And that was my methodology behind why I chose those particular cryptos. If anyone got any questions, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much how I like to go about doing my sort of analysis. And of course, to pull the trigger, you can always try and wait for momentum confirmations on much shorter time frames.
Yeah.
That was so much alpha.
Yeah.
Was it?
He actually gave away like 3-4 trades. Like, if you really understand what he just said.
I'm
You
very
literally just
into this pivot indicator now.
Yeah, the pivot indicator is definitely a valuable one. Yeah, it's quite reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
A lot
been
of opportunities,
what was that, sorry?
I say a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, definitely a lot of opportunities. With regards to the pivot indicator, actually, we'll show you. I think Karen may have shown how to set this up in the last TAS on Sunday. But yeah, you want to make sure that number of pivot back is 1, and you can delete the S4, S5, R4, and R5, right? Now, this was something, I believe Kyle learned this in a group he's in for forex trading, but it seems to be quite useful with regards to, figuring out turning points.
Nice.
Good stuff. I'll stop sharing my screen then.
Very, very top.
All right, so that was a lot. That was a lot, technically speaking. I gave away some fundamental knowledge. Jeremiah Johnson gave you actual trades. BitBlonde gave you her non-financial advice perspective on the markets. It's been good, man. We'll see you guys Sunday next week.
See you guys.
Take care.
care,
Bye.